All right, and with that, we are ready for the next run. So get ready for Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2.
Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? My name is Alnak and we'll be doing a kind of a showcase / run of this game, Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Really underrated game, a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna go all over the tricks and all the route decisions and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a countdown and 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so for those of you who are not already familiar with Jedi Knight series, this is the game that actually introduces those the main selling point that this game has, which is this kind of a combination of force powers, your classic shooter, and lightsaber combat. All those ingredients blend together perfectly to have this kind of games. So the premise of this game is pretty much it's very simple. I am playing with this character, this dude. It's called Kyle Katarn. He's a badass. He is kind of like a mix of Han Solo with Luke Skywalker. So he wants to he wants to get his hands dirty. He's going to do that. He has no any kind of morals. So that even if it includes like using dark side powers, which is something that we'll be doing in this run, and more on that later. But for the time being, the story goes as follows. Our father, or Kyle's father, was murdered by a dark Jedi called Jarek. And our mission is try to find our killer and try to get vengeance, of course. And eventually he realizes that his father was involved in some kind of force-related stuff, and he eventually realizes also that he's a force sensitive. So along the way, we're gonna start unlocking force powers and becoming a Jedi in the process. Now, this is not flavor test, flavor commentary. This is actually part important for the speed run as well, because the way I see it, this run is split in two parts. The first part is going to be a really grounded experience, kind of like what I'm doing right now, just moving around the map and finding, killing all these guys with guns and all this stuff, and also I'm moving in a certain specific way. It's really grounded, like really simple. It's like any other shooter from the 90s. But after this is when the game starts picking up, and we start unlocking force powers and all that good stuff, and the game just becomes a different entity. But for the time being, as I said, we're gonna do like very traditional, like 90 FPS shooters and strats. One thing you have noticed already that I'm doing is like I'm not moving in a straight line. I'm trying to like doing this, like moving diagonally. That's, as any other games, is something really usual in this type of games. Moving diagonally is way faster than moving straight ahead. Alright, first level done. Now we're heading towards the meat grinder, the second level, which is where a lot of runs go to die. So I'm holding here what's called thermal detonators, which is a really fancy name for what pretty much are grenades. We're going to be using these grenades to do a couple of grenade jumps throughout this level. Just to set the setting, there are 3 main grenade jumps in this level. One of them is going to be, funnily enough, the first one is one of the easiest jumps. The second one is like medium difficulty, not that hard, but it's still very tricky. And the third one is none other than the hardest trick in the run. So we're gonna try to do those, make those very quickly. I need to kill these guys. Shield health management is really important for these tricks, because every time I do one of them, I'm gonna lose a lot of health and shields. So let's go for the first one. The first one is right around this corner. It's very self-explanatory. Let's just do this. Too early. That's so bad. So as you can see there, the boost that you get from a single detonator is like really bad. It's not high enough. So what you do there is that you combine both explosions in order to jump higher, and that avoids one elevator section. That's one. And now we're going towards the next one. As I said, I need to refill my shields and health. That's really important. Should I fly, I think? Yeah, let's go with this, I guess. There's a lot of backups I can do in case I mess up, so that's totally fine. So this is the second one. It's this very tricky jump. I need to get into this corner and try to do this. I need to get a very good landing over here. It's really tricky. There we go. All right. So as you can see, so that skips a huge elevator section. You see that box over there? I'm supposed to wait for the thing to go all the way down, and that's like over 20 seconds or so. And now we are ready to go to the last part, which is the hardest trick in the run. Long story short, there is an elevator that I need to catch up. It really requires for me to lose my shields, which is very good at doing, and also need to be very quickly with my movement. I just say it's coming there because I need to conserve my shields, otherwise I won't be able to do the trick as comfortable as I want. So this is right over here. This is like the initial steps. I'm gonna quickly do a safety save over here, replace file, and we're gonna do it. So there's an elevator I need to catch up, and I need to do it like this. That's the first jump. Perfect. Oh, that's quite a relief. So you can see there, I have a very little time to catch that elevator. If I don't do that, I had to wait for like over 20 seconds, around 30, I think. And I love waiting. So with doing those detonator jumps, you can make there really quickly. All right. Okay, the hardest part of the run is here. Now I can have fun. So we are heading towards level 3, and now we're in our dad's house. We need to go to his workshop to find his whereabouts of his, like, the thing he was working on. That's like very Jedi stuff. It's a very short level. There's one major trick here that involves using grenade jumps. This is the one over here. This skips the whole level, or the main objective here. It's a really simple TD jump. And now we're heading towards the end. I'm gonna get body block, which is gonna be annoying. Whoopsies. I should just quick load. Oh yeah. So you can see that quick saving, quick loading is the bread and butter of this game, or this speedrun. You see that there's a quick save hotkey. However, there's no quick load hotkey, so I need to like just use the menu every single time. Alright, now we have a lightsaber, we become a Jedi, and we start unlocking force powers. And this is the first one, force speed, which, as you can see, simply put, it makes me go faster, or move way faster, which is gonna be the main tech in the run when I get to the second part, when I level up all my force powers. So, unfortunately, I can only use this power a few times in the run. Because if you see in the bottom right corner, like right down below my ammo count, there's kind of like these particles. That is my kind of like energy, force, or mana, you want to call it. Unfortunately, I don't have many of that right now, so I can only use these powers in a few sections. I use it there to get or jump over the gap, and now I'm heading towards this area. And this is another trick important. I'm gonna use my force powers combined with my grenade jump and trying to make it to the other side. Like that. And that escapes a lot of swimming that you had to do. And like in any other game, swimming, as you can see, is like really slow. So we escape a whole lot by doing that certain jump. All right, so now we are done with that. We need to finish the level. There's another trick that I need to do. In order to get it, I need to lower my shields because it requires me dying. So the lower I get and health is the better. So what we do here is that we're gonna head towards this door over here, and we're gonna heal ourselves. And what I do there is that I use the grenades to push my body and clip through the door. And at the other side of the door is the end level. So now I need to just wait until the final sequence ends, and I can finish the level like this. All right, I have two more force points, and now I have a speed level 3. As you can see, it's way faster. Look at how I jump like this. This is way faster than swimming as normal. And now I can start spamming a little bit more since I have more mana. I'm gonna keep calling it mana. It's like a universal term. Also, yeah, another TD jump there, or grenade jump. So another skip. Alright, so this level. In this one, there's two main takeaways. The first one is that I'm gonna ditch the grenades. They are not very useful in this moment, because I'm gonna grab a better weapon that's right around here. This is the rocket launcher, and like in any other runs, in any other games, with a rocket launcher, you can do rocket jumps and jump way higher. We'll be using that rather than using grenades. I can do it a little bit here. So 1, 2, like that, for example. You can see I jump way higher than using grenades. So you shortcut here. This is a great area. You can explore this area. We are not gonna do that. We're gonna go straight to the end of the level by doing a rocket jump like that one. Even though it looks very simple, that's actually a major skip. And we are ready to finish this level. If I make this jump. There we go. Now, we will go here and regain my shields. I need to call for this elevator. Sadly, I need to wait a little bit, and I'm gonna go here and hide. I do this because I need to conserve my shields. This is like extremely important, since I will be using them in the next 2 levels. So I do a little bit here, trying to not get shot down, and now we're into the exit. And now we're heading towards the first boss of this game. It's this guy over here.
A young and willing dark Jedi.
As you can see, there's a few cutscenes in the run. Every boss has like an introduction that's kind of done by a Force Ghost. I think the guy's called Ron. He's kind of like the Obi-Wan of this video game. He's telling me all the story or the lore behind these guys. And unfortunately, it's unskippable, so I had to wait. This guy has a quick kill. I need to save his scum until he jumps. Like that, so I can fight him here. Fight him over here is way easier than fight him on the other side, which is really hard. Also, as soon as he dies, I need to restore my shields like this. Alright, now this level. First thing first, I'm gonna restart this again. Go over here, go to that hatch over there, open it, and do a rocket jump right over here. That's one skip. The second one is I need to go to this building right over there. What I do is a rocket jump like this one and go around this area. And now for the next trick. Right over there in that tower is the end level trigger, or the end of the level. How do I get there? I can try to do the level normally, but that's really slow. So I do this instead. I'm gonna place these mines. They are landmines. I'm gonna use this rocket and do this. Yeah, so I use the mines, I kill myself, and and once the mice start catching up, the explosion just pushes my body to the air, and I can just go straight to the end of the level. This is the other level. There's a cutscene going on right now. I need to wait for it. But yeah, this is one of the biggest skip of the run. It's way easier than trying to go for the level and just losing time all over the place. But yeah, this is the first part. This is the end of the first part. Now we go into the second part of the run. As you can see there, I max out 2 force powers, force speed and force jump. Force jump allows me to jump higher. Force speed, as I said, makes me go faster and do my best Sonic impression. And one downside though is that every time I need to be very careful, because if I run into a wall at full speed, as you saw there, I can very easily lose all my HP, because I'm gonna keep running into walls and stuff like that. So even though I have this power that allows me to go really fast, I still need to be able to control my character like really quickly. Alright, so from here on, this level is really not much going on. There's a waiting section I need to sadly wait on. So I think this is a good time for donations. So yeah, please Sam, take it away.
All right, and we do have some donations. We have $5 from Enostra. Hey, Alnak, good luck on the run. Smiling face.
Thank you.
We have another $5 from SA Lock that says, had to chip in a bit for my favorite PC game from when I was younger. This was the first game I played online. Best of luck with the run.
I hope this is a good idea. I could be flash fried in a second down here.
You can keep going. There's a lot of waiting here.
All right, we have a $250 donation from Dragon's Girl. No comment, but thank you so much for that generous donation.
Yeah, this part is like really slow. I need to wait for that door to completely close in order to open this one. I need to do that twice, but now we are over that. You saw me there as well. You were paying attention that I killed a few NPCs. Those are what we call civilians. They are really important to kill here because, as I said in my introduction, I will be using dark side powers. And also, I will be going dark side in this game, in this run. This game has 2 endings: the light side ending and the dark side ending. However, in order to trigger the ending, it's not like in any other games where you do like a certain decision through in a certain part. The alignment system pretty much works like this. If you kill any civilians or NPCs, or you level up light side or dark side powers, that actually determines what kind of ending I'm gonna get. And for this run, I kill like 3 for civilians, and I unlock a few dark side powers in order to unlock the dark side ending. The dark side ending is way faster, and I'm gonna show you exactly how later. And this waiting, I need to wait here, but one thing we can do here is a spam of force jump to make it here, do it properly. But yeah, you get the idea. You can spam there in order to not wait for the elevator to go all the way up. One more civilian I killed there. That's just to make sure. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. In order to go for the dark side ending. Towards them. Now we're here towards one of my favorite levels in the speedrun. The weapon I'm carrying right now is called the concussion rifle. As you saw there, it's like a huge AoE damage gun. And for this one, it's very easy. It's very useful because I can do stuff like this. So rather than opening the door myself, I can just use the gun to open it. We're gonna keep using this gun in this level to do a couple more. Oops. This jump is kind of precise, not so much. You have to like move at the right time. There we go. Now we're here. Shoot these guys down. That's another thing why this gun is very useful. Throughout the game, there's a lot of enemies wandering around. They can body block you pretty easily. That's one of the few like RNG or randomness that this game has. There's a little shortcut over here. You do that. The boost, the backward boost that you get from the gun allows you to do that shortcut over there. That's pretty inconvenient. And now we're heading towards another boss fight. This one, guys, can be really annoying. Like, it's one of the most RNG bases, more RNG heavy boss fights in this game. There's these two guys. The little one can start moving around the area. He can turn invisible as well. So I need to be very careful with this guy. And the second guy, since he's carrying a free mid-or lightsaber, he can block my attacks very quickly. So let's see what we get. So here we need to hope for the guys to stick together. So with one single attack, I can hit both of these guys. This is kind of right. Okay, I killed the big one, early one. Okay, that's a very good fight. That can be way more annoying. Okay, this level. This is another level where we just completely skip the main objective. But instead of using explosives, we're gonna use just platforming, straight platforming. So what we do is go over here, jump to this bridge over here, force jump to the bridge over here, and then go to the store. Try to get into the store. And that skips the whole level. Like, you're supposed to move those bridges using finding a couple of keys, but you can just go straight to the end like this. Because the combination of force jump and my diagonal or straight running can allow me to like grab more distance and jump way higher as well. Alright, Lost Planet. This level sadly is one of those levels where I need to like play as intended. I need to destroy those panels to disable a force field, and sadly you cannot skip it. You need to do this as intended. Downside though is that there's gonna be a lot of enemies shooting at me, especially enemies that use sticky rockets. They can just screw over me by losing all my shields and health. Like that. I'm trying to get hit by those guys because I need to conserve my shields for the final part if I want to do like the fancy tricks. But yeah, I've been doing good in time, so I'm gonna go a little bit of a script over here. I kind of want to show you something, guys, because this game, just like many other PC games from the 90s, it has one special type of cutscenes, which are live action. Like many other games, this game also has live action cutscenes. So I'm gonna fight this boss, and after that I'm gonna show the cutscene, which is like just a minute long. It's not that much, and also it's gonna be useful to segue to the next like explanation of why I go to dark side. So for this boss, I'm going to use a strat. I unlock a force power called Throw. Also, yes, this guy has no legs. He's kind of like the Darth Maul of this game. He's too angry to die. So, I mean, except for now, I'm gonna kill him now. So what we do with this fellow, we need to attack him once, lure him to this corner. Also, just I'm gonna show the cutscenes. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna do this.
Weaponless. Kill me! You can't, can you? You're weak like your father. I remember it. Jarek. He gave him a sweet, slow death. A death worthy of a coward! I had the honor of taking his head and thrusting it on a spike for all to see.
Excellent, Catan. You've started your journey to the dark side.
But that is not enough.
Ah! Looks like I can't bail you out of trouble this time.
Strike her down and realize your true destiny as a Dark Jedi, your true power.
So this is the way that I go dark side. Since I unlock a dark side force power, that means I'm going for the dark side ending, which is this one.
Why do I need you, Jarek, when I can take all the power of the Valley myself?
And I kill my waifu, because that makes us evil. So yeah, I'm going for the dark side ending. That's... there are three main reasons why dark side is faster. The first one, you're gonna see it in the next level, is related with the boss fights. The second reason why I go dark side is for the force powers. The force powers are gonna allow me to do a couple of quick kills in the boss fights as well. And the third reason is that the boss fight I need to fight right now. If I go light side, I need to fight a different boss, which in general is way slower. But for dark side, it's way faster because we have a strat for it. So we are gonna do exactly that. But yeah, that's the reason why dark side is faster. It's like almost a minute faster. So this is an example. As you can see, there also the cutscenes are removed in this game. And there's a low reason for that. I'm gonna explain it later. But first of all, I need to feed this guy, and we're gonna use my dark side powers. This is lightning. I'm like Palpatine, just spamming my lightning, and the guy just dies quickly. And also, as you saw there, the cutscenes are removed. The low reason for that is that, as I said, my Obi-Wan, the guy who is like making these introductions, he is not really happy for me going dark side, so he's out. He's gone. So now there are no introductions for the final bosses, which is pretty cool because we can go faster. So we are in the last stretch already. There's not much to talk about. This is like really straightforward. I do a couple of rocket jumps here and there. There's only like the final bosses left. So I'm gonna give you time for a few more donations. Go ahead.
All right, we have a $50 donation from Josh that says, Dark Forces 2 was one of the first games I played as a kid. Loved seeing it get absolutely destroyed. We also have a $200 donation from Doomsday. I wasn't sure when to donate this week, but I decided that I could not go wrong by donating during some Star Wars. We have a $5 donation from Iggy Zig. Jedi Knight is one of my all-time favorite games. I'm beyond joyful to see it on the GDQ virtual stage. Here's to a fantastic run, Alnak. P.S. Is Kyle Katarn a Palpatine?
Probably. Yeah, this is one of the first games I used to play back in the day when I was like a kid. Was really like realistic back in the day. Now looking at it, it's like, oh, it hasn't aged that well. It's really around the edges. Yeah. But yeah, after this, there's not much going on. So I guess I'm gonna mention a little bit how this run developed through the years. Incredible enough, this run is already like 10 years old. Like the first iterations of this game, this speed run, was back in 2010, 2009, which for internet years, that's like a century ago. A couple of guys by the name of Rando Engie and Explosive Cabbage, they came up with the first iteration of this game, of this speed run. They published the video on YouTube. It has a couple of 100,000 views. But yeah, shouts to them if they are still alive and kicking. They really set the basis for what this run is gonna become. That's the first couple of guys. Then the game went into obscurity for like a few years until one runner decided to start doing runs of this game. He goes by the name of Salamiri. He did a couple of showcases of this game on live GDQs a few years ago. He got the record for a few years. So shouts to them as well. He also found out about the dark side being faster. Because before that, people used to go with light side. Yeah. And finally, the other guy I want to shout out is the current world record holder for this game. He goes by the name of Circles. He's a madman. He do marathonic streams in order to get that record. He was the one who also found the level 2 grenade jumps that I struggled with a lot. So yeah, thanks for that. Nah, but kidding. Shouts to him. He's a really good guy. And all the guys who like at least attempted to try to do runs of this game, even if they only stick with it for like a week or two, at least you attempted to do that. So yeah. And if you are interested in this game, just like any other showcases, you can just go to this speedrun.com and find the JNI directory and look for what you want. I'm kind of biased, but I would say that the JNI or the Dark Forces series is like probably one of the best games to run if you are into shooters, because every title is a banger. Like each game is a really good run where a lot of stuff we have a lot of stuff going on, and each run has like different tricks that make it a stand of its own, which is really great. So this puzzle over here, I need to it's always the same solution, so I need to just remember when to put the same combination, the exact combination. Alright, so we are out to the end. There's a mini boss over here. This is the ATST. One strat, you have to aim for the crutch. That deals more damage, and also I combine my rockets with my lightning, so I do exactly that. And we are at the end. Final two bosses. So for this guy, I'm gonna do this. This guy, I'm gonna lure this guy all over this corridor. He's gonna go all the way here, like this. Again, he needs to get inside this corridor, which can be annoying because his animation, as you can see, is very jumpy. He had a couple of Red Bulls in the morning, and we're gonna do this. You see those spikes on the floor? We use our frost throw, and the spikes is gonna just kill the boss like that. All right, time is coming up. This is the final boss, and it also has a very cool strat. This time around, I'm gonna use explosives, and this guy's gonna go down really quickly. So I'm gonna grab my mines, my land mines. I'm gonna go all the way here. If I make the jump first, like this, and I'm gonna place these mines. I need to place at least 10, and this is what is gonna happen. There we go, he dies. He goes to the mines and he just jumps super high. He breaks his skull into the ceiling and he dies. It is the collision what kills the boss. It's not the explosion, because the bosses are immune by guns and explosives. But yeah, that's the run in a nutshell. That was a rush. Anyway, so thank you, GDQ, for the opportunity. I think I speak for a lot of international runners that this was it's been a great event. Like, it's very great to see new people and new blood and new runs in the schedule. So I hope that keeps being the trend. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.
We have a $20 donation from Cone Bomber. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 was the first Star Wars game I ever played. I often got lost in a confusing maze of flat polygonal hallways and unexpected enemies. 20 years later, I still haven't beaten it, so I wanted to donate during Alnak's awesome run. Shoutouts to the runners, techs, and everyone striving to put on a great event for a great cause. We also have a $4,000 donation from Ariel. Good luck with the run, Alnak, and on behalf of someone I respect and appreciate very much, but who wasn't able to participate this year, would you kindly take a bath? P.S. Can we get some fwahahahahas in the chat? We have a $50 donation from a long way down. I thought for sure we'd be closer on the blood post-mortem incentive by now, but we got a lot of work to do, folks. Thanks for all the great runs this week, and thank you to the staff for making this event happen. We have a $25 donation from Denictus. Can't have the full blood experience without the expansion. Shout out to CV11 and his merry band of reprobates. We have a $250 anonymous donation. Played the heck out of the Jedi Knight demo as a kid. It's how I got my start into modding and coding. Thoroughly enjoying watching Alnak tear it to pieces. Keep going, you're killing it.